Hi guys, and welcome to another part of the Reliant Kitten restoration. So in the last video you've seen the shell being removed from the chassis, and you've seen a rather sorry looking chassis lying on the ground. This time round we've got a new rail on it. This was done last weekend. I couldn't film it because it was the same day I put the body onto the van and it was just too windy. There's an upcoming video on the van as well, so stay tuned for that. Basically, this has all been measured. I've used a genuine Reliant workshop book, which I should have took over with me, but I do have it to hand. Thankfully I just took it out this morning. They all stay inside, so they're nice and good storage, but they come out when I need them. So, last weekend this became my new best friend. This is a genuine workshop manual from Reliant for a kitten. And in of this, under section 1, this is very fragile, by the way. I bought this direct from Reliant, and I think it's been in a wet container for a while. Section 1 is the chassis, or section A even. It gives you all the cross dimensions for the chassis, marker points from measuring from centres to make sure everything's square. So last weekend I made sure everything was absolutely perfect before I welded on the front cross member again. So now that it's welded on, it's in the correct place. All it needs done is the exact same here. So my job for today is to cut this rail across here where it bends and where it's this joint. It is a separate rail from that one, so cutting it's not a problem. Cut it around the rail nice and neat. Remove this. I will be removing a part of this as well because it's going to be changed. Once I've removed them, it will be the case of taking the new shiny rail, shaping it to fit, and putting it in there. So what I'm going to do is, fabricating this is not an easy job to do because it's a half round circle and it's tapered. So you won't be getting to see me fabricating this. It'll probably be a jigsaw I'll use today to make that shape. But I will stick it on a time lapse for cutting out this bit because it will be a bit awkward anyway, so you'll get to enjoy that bit. I might actually just use a hacksaw on it. I was going to use a grinder, but a hacksaw will cut through it nicely as well. So I'm not going to worry about being neat here. I'm just going to cut it off and then I will use the grinder for the neater bit around the pole, because we need to make it flush so that it fits like that side does. So anyway guys, without any further ado, I'm going to go and get set up and I'll stick you in a time lapse so you can watch the work as it's being done. Obviously avoiding that bit because I'll have to do that in the shed and I can't move about the camera too much. So let's get going. So guys, this is the next day. I had planned to do a lot more yesterday, but I had to nip away to collect a quite sizable amount of Reliant bits. So, before I left, I did get this welded in. So this chassis is solid now, I can pick it up. I need to fully weld here, I need to fully weld this. Then we're going to fit in this brand new piece of steel I just pulled this morning into these three pieces even. That one's going to be changed and these two will be changed. The back one there is not damaged, there's a slight bend up in it, which I'm just going to flatten out and leave it the way it is, because there's no damage or rot to it. Well, no rot to it, just that wee bit of bent metal, which is nothing serious. So I'll stick it on a time lapse because this is going to take me ages to do, and you can watch away and see how you think I'm getting on building up this chassis. So guys, took a little minute to do that. I've got these cut out now, so that's it, all the rusty bits lying in the middle. It looks like to be some bolts on these. I imagine it's been to do with the, I'll forget this now, it's probably been to do with the cabling bits and pieces that went back. I can see on that one there's a plastic plug, so it's probably bits to do with it. But anyway, we've got a nice shiny bit of metal here, bent to shape this morning, which I've now got to make it fit in there and into there at both sides, and the same at the back. So I'll time lapse this again and we'll go and do that. The only reason I'm time lapsing this video is because this is going to take me quite a while before I manage to piece everything together in the way it needs to be. So bear with me, this will come into the more fuller videos like you've seen with the Bond Bug and the Regal lately. But this one needs to be time-lapse so that I can work out the bits and pieces I need to work out. But let's continue. Okay guys, so as you've seen there, we've made this rail and the rail for here, which is right here. I don't know if I put the other one. Oh no, it's at the back. I have to bore some holes in it, that's why I put it out the way. So this is going to go there. This edge has to line up with the top of there, like so. And there. Now all that's going to happen now is I'm going to tack this into position, because I can't set the front one until I know exactly where this is, and it is landing where it should, but it makes it a lot easier for me knowing this is here. But what I'll also do just now is I'll weld up the two bits I need to do so that I'm ready to just tack up the other ones once I've got it cut. So I'll stick it on time lapse and we'll get cracking with this bit. Right guys, so the front of this chassis is now in place. What I'm going to do now is weld in this two last bits, or tack them in place so it's ready to go basically. So I've got a clamp on one of them because it just is a bit slacker fitting than the other side, which is not a problem. It just means I need to hold it so that I can weld it. But anyway, let's just get this tacked in. That's me for the day. Now for tacking, I don't tend to put the helmet down, I do just look away. The hell's something not working right with my welder. Now my welder's back to not working right, so I might have to cut this video short and finish it later. It's not welded together right. That is now though. I'm going to adjust this bit a little bit before I put it in place. That should do. It's not the easiest tacking these in place. They're quite awkward to get in position. So that's the back bit done. I think that's my wire empty. Yeah, right. But you get the gist, guys. I'm going to finish this off camera because it's going to take me a minute to find the new wire that I've got in the shed, fit it in, do that, and get finished. But anyway, thanks for watching this episode on the kitten restoration, episode 2, where it's already taken, I guess, massive leaps forward compared to some of the other projects we've got on the go. We've now got a kitten chassis nearly fully ready to be, well, really, shall we put that as, we've got a kitten chassis that's nearly ready to get put back together. So this will need to go away to get welded up. I won't be doing the full welding, mainly because my welder's not that great for doing permanent bits, and it's acting up, so I don't want to chance it. I have welded these obviously because, as you see there, once you put that in place, you cannot get into there to weld it. So that's the only reason I've done those two. That one looks different. I just noticed this one. I'll have a quick look before we go off. That's not bad though. That's perfect. So anyway, we'll call it a day for this episode. I'll go and get finished off the last bits of welding, and it'll be like this after I've finished. And then I'll have to go and head over to where I've made up the metal and tidy up the bit there, because I haven't put the metal away. Although I might make up some of these mounts while I'm over there, because I need 2 of these, or 4 of these even, and some other ones. But anyway guys, if you've enjoyed this episode, remember to like the video. If you want to go up to date with the latest videos on these Reliant kit, well, the Kitten, the Regal, the Robin, the Supervan, Bond Bug, and anything else that appears on this channel, then remember and hit the subscribe button. It's worth doing. There's some really nice projects coming to the channel this year. I'm still working on getting them here, but they'll be here quite soon, I hope. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode of me fixing this rotten chassis.